What's good, Vikings Nation? Skol. Today, we're diving into a heavy but important topic that's rocked our Minnesota community. A tragic mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis has left us all reeling, and our beloved Vikings have stepped up with a powerful message. How do we process something this devastating as fans, as Minnesotans, as humans? This isn't just another news update, it's a moment for us to come together. The Vikings, alongside other Minnesota sports teams, have spoken out, and their words hit hard. Stick with me as we unpack this tragedy, the team's response, and what it means for our community. You ready to feel the pulse of Vikings news? Let's dive into this story with heart, passion, and pride for our team and our city. On Wednesday morning, horror struck at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis. Two children, just 8 and 10 years old, lost their lives in a mass shooting during a school in Massachusetts. 17 others were injured, including 14 kids aged 6 to 14, with 9 in critical condition. The details are gut-wrenching. The shooter, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, fired through the church windows, targeting innocent worshippers. Westman, who had no prior criminal history, took their own life after the attack, leaving a community in shock and searching for answers. This isn't just a headline, it's a tragedy that hits home for every Minnesotan. As Vikings fans, we know our team is more than football. They're part of our state's heartbeat. How do you feel reading this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The Minnesota Vikings didn't hesitate to respond. Their official statement, straight from the heart, called the violence at Annunciation Church horrific and senseless. They expressed devastation for the victims, their families, and everyone impacted, including the first responders who rushed to the scene. Our hearts are broken, the Vikings said, and man, don't we all feel that? They're praying for the injured and those who witnessed this nightmare. It's a reminder that our team stands with us in the toughest moments, not just on game day. This is Vikings news at its core, covering the moments that matter. What does it mean to you to see the Vikings step up like this? Let's talk about it below. The Vikings weren't alone in their response. The Minnesota Twins, Timberwolves, and Lynx also shared powerful statements, showing the unity of our sports community. The Twins called the loss of innocent lives incomprehensible, mourning alongside us for a future free from such violence. The Timberwolves and Lynx hit it hard, saying no child should feel unsafe in a place of worship or learning. They stood in solidarity with the victims' families, echoing the Vikings' call for compassion and healing. It's a Minnesota thing, we stick together. This unity makes me proud to be a Vikings fan. How about you? Are you feeling this Minnesota spirit? Share your thoughts and let's keep this conversation going. Let's talk about the victims. 2 young kids, just starting their school year, were taken from us. The injured include 14 children, some as young as 6, fighting to recover from wounds no one should ever endure. 3 adults, parishioners in their 80s, were also hurt. The scene was chaos, but stories of heroism emerged. Teachers and older students shielded younger ones, and first responders rushed in without hesitation. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara said all 17 injured are expected to survive, but the scars, physical and emotional, will linger. As Vikings fans, we know resilience. How can we honor these heroes and support the victims? Drop your ideas in the comments and let's show some Skol pride. The shooter, Robin Westman, was a 23-year-old with ties to Annunciation. Reports say Westman attended the school years ago, and their mother worked there until 2021. Armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all legally purchased, Westman fired dozens of rounds through the church's stained glass windows. Police found no motive yet, but a YouTube manifesto posted by Westman is under review. The FBI is investigating this as a possible act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. It's chilling to think this happened in our backyard. Vikings Nation, how do we process this kind of evil? Let's lean on each other. Share your thoughts below and let's keep the faith strong. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey didn't hold back. He said, "These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church." His words cut deep, reminding us this isn't just a news story. It's personal for our community. Frey praised the church staff's heroic actions, shielding kids under pews as bullets flew. He also called out those trying to politicize the tragedy, urging us to focus on love and support for the victims. That's the Minnesota way, right? What's your take on Frey's words? How can we, as Vikings fans, wrap our arms around these families? Hit the comments and let's rally together. The Vikings statement wasn't just words. It was a call to action. They're praying for healing, but they're also showing what it means to be part of Minnesota. This team has always been about more than touchdowns. They're about community, heart, and standing tall in tough times. Other teams echoed this. The Twins thanked first responders for preventing even greater loss, while the Timberwolves and Lynx called for a future where no family endures this pain. It's a reminder that our sports teams are leaders in our state. Skull Nation, how can we take this energy and make a difference? Share your ideas below. Let's show the world what Vikings fans are made of. Let's zoom in on the first responders. Minneapolis police, paramedics, and firefighters ran toward danger to save lives. Within 25 minutes, all 17 injured were in ambulances, thanks to precise coordination. Hennepin County Medical Center treated 10 patients, with 1 adult and 5 kids in critical condition. Children's Minnesota Hospital had 7 patients, already discharged by Wednesday night. M Health Fairview reported 1 stable child. These heroes worked miracles under pressure, and we owe them everything. Vikings fans, how can we thank these first responders? Drop a shout out in the comments and let's honor their courage. The community's response has been overwhelming. By Wednesday night, a memorial grew outside Annunciation Church, with flowers and candles piling up. Hundreds attended a vigil at the Academy of Holy Angels, including Governor Tim Walz and other leaders, praying and singing for the victims. Lyndhurst Park hosted a candlelight vigil organized by Protect Minnesota and Moms Demand Action. 2 young attendees, Tori and Sky, left an electric candle among the flowers, calling for love and kindness. It's Minnesota at its best, coming together in grief. What's your message to this community? How can Vikings Nation show support? Share your heart in the comments below. This tragedy isn't isolated. Minneapolis has seen a wave of gun violence, with 12 shootings in the 12 hours before Annunciation, leaving 8 injured and 3 dead. The city's reeling, and this shooting at a Catholic school, during a mass, no less, feels like a gut punch. The Vikings statement called it cowardly, and they're right. Firing into a church full of kids is unthinkable. Yet, our team's response shows we won't let hate win. We're Minnesota strong, and we'll rise together. How do we fight this violence as fans? Let's brainstorm in the comments. Your voice matters, Skull Nation. Nationwide, leaders reacted with grief. President Trump called it a terrible situation, ordering flags to half-staff until August 31st. Pope Leo XIV sent condolences, saying he's profoundly saddened by the loss of young lives. Archbishop Bernard Hebda asked for prayers for healing. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin and Georgia Governor Brian Kemp also lowered flags, joining the Vikings in honoring the victims. This tragedy has touched hearts far beyond Minnesota, uniting us in sorrow. What does this national response mean to you? How can we keep this momentum for change? Drop your thoughts below. The FBI is investigating this as a potential hate crime and act of domestic terrorism. A manifesto Westman posted on YouTube, now removed, hinted at disturbing motives, but police are still digging. The shooter's connection to the school adds layers of complexity to this tragedy. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara called it a deliberate act of violence against kids and worshipers. Locked doors during Mass likely saved lives, showing how small measures can make a big difference. But the question remains, why? Vikings fans, what's your take on this investigation? How can we support justice for these kids? Let's talk in the comments. Annunciation Catholic School's principal, Matt DeBoer, broke hearts with his words, "I love you. I'm so sorry this happened." He praised teachers and older kids for protecting the younger ones, calling them a dream team. The school's theme this year? Hope, based on Jeremiah 29. DeBoer urged us to pray with our feet, meaning take action to prevent future tragedies. That's a challenge for all of us, Vikings Nation. Our team's statement echoes this call to stand up and do more. What actions can we take as fans to honor this challenge? Share your ideas below and let's make a difference. This shooting marks the fifth school shooting of 2025, according to NBC News. It's a grim reminder of the challenges we face as a nation. The K-12 school shooting database calls it the 146th such attack this year. That's a number that should shake us to our core. The Vikings' response, alongside other Minnesota teams, shows sports can be a force for good. They're not just athletes. They're leaders calling for change. As fans, we can amplify their message and push for a safer future. Skol Nation, how do we turn this tragedy into action? Drop your thoughts and let's keep this fire burning. We're wrapping up, but this isn't the end. The Viking statement is a rallying cry for us to stand with our community. Let's honor the victims, support the survivors, and thank the heroes who stepped up. Vikings news isn't just about football, it's about heart, and we've got plenty of that. Skol Nation, I need you to do 3 things. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or prayers for Minneapolis, and subscribe to keep up with all things Vikings. Share this video with your fellow fans. Let's spread the love and strength of our community. Together, we'll keep the Skol spirit alive and support our city through this darkness. Until next time, Vikings Nation, stay strong, stay united, and let's make some noise for Minnesota.